What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back with yet another video of the AZ Sports Fan. Thank you so very much for coming back, guys. I really do appreciate it. Now, I am doing a live stream to this 53-man roster. My last video that I put out there, I really thought our 53-man roster was going to come out at 1 p.m. It's usually what a lot of YouTubers thought that was going to happen, but it didn't seem like that was the case. So what we're doing right now is we're going to go ahead and break down the 53-man roster for the Arizona Cardinals by position. I'm pretty sure most of you guys already know, but I wanted to just do a live stream and just basically say, like, what do you guys think of it? Are you upset with some people who didn't make it? Are you happy? Are you sad? Just overall, just kind of want to go ahead and just talk about the 53-man roster. Just probably do like a 15-minute to 20-minute video live stream, hear what you guys have to say, just overall. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump right into it, guys. Obviously, we heard the last 15 players that ended up getting cut from the Arizona Cardinals, and we are now left with the 53-man roster from the Arizona Cardinals. So obviously, we're going to start off with the quarterback position. Everybody knew who it was going to be. Kyler Murray, obviously. We got Brett Hundley and Chris Streveler. Now, Chris Streveler was something really exciting for me personally, just because that whole Taysom Hill aspect of it all. Really excited to see what Cliff Kingsbury can do with him, if he's going to be using him like a Taysom Hill type of player. Super excited about it. I'm going to take it to the comments here. So what I'll do is I'll break down like who's going to make it, and we'll take it to the comments. We'll read some comments on there. We do have the ability to do super chat. So if I don't get to your comments, make sure that you can go ahead and do that. If you want to donate to the channel, that's a possibility. So your comment can be highlighted. So quarterback position, Kyler Murray, obviously. Chris Streveler, amazing. I'm glad he actually made the cut. And Brett Hundley. Let's hear what you guys have to say. We have Creed Bull saying, Hakeem, I'm so sad. I was a monster. Also, Evan Weaver and Chris Jones. Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody was kind of in awe with those cuts. I'm right there in the same boat with you, especially with Evan Weaver. That was definitely something that I was, concerned about as well. But nevertheless, what do you guys think about Chris Streveler? Are you guys excited for Chris Streveler to make it to this 53-man roster? Now, I've noticed that a lot of the times they've been saying like Chris Streveler or like the 53-man roster, but like this is the initial for 53-man roster. Don't really know what a lot of teams mean by that. They could possibly very well make some cuts if somebody doesn't, make it. So it's not set in stone, but this is what we're landing with right now. So like I mentioned before, Kyler Murray, obviously a boss, Brett Hundley, and we got Chris Streveler in the house too. So now we're going to move on to the running back position here. And obviously we have Kenyon Drake. Amazing. And then we have Chase Edmonds. And then we have Eno Benjamin. Now it's weird because like I'm looking at the Instagram post, and it's weird because like the way that it's listed, it's kind of looking like Eno Benjamin's number 1, Chase Edmonds is number 2, and then Kenyon Drake. It's like flip-flopped. It's super weird. I'm not going to read too much into it. We obviously all know who's going to be the number 1 running back, which is going to be Kenyon Drake. And I think followed after that is going to be Chase Edmonds. And then after that is going to be Eno Benjamin. Really excited about Eno Benjamin. He's got a lot of potential, especially if we don't end up signing Kenyon Drake for a long-term deal. I can see, Eno Benjamin maybe next year coming into the spot and kind of, fulfilling that role for the Arizona Cardinals. And he'll be really cheap compared to Kenyon Drake, especially if Kenyon Drake like accomplishes a lot. He's going to be really cheap compared. So super excited to see what's going to happen there. What do you guys have to say? Let's take a look here. Oh, okay. Jordan P. It's because the numbers aren't in order. Wow, I feel dumb. Okay, well, that shut me up real quick. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks for clarifying that. Thank you so much. So it's not for depth. It's because of their order numbers, which makes sense. Benjamin's 26, 29 is Chase Edmonds, and 41 is Kenyon Drake. Wow. That's math for you, 101. Thank you so much, Jordan. I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. So next we're going to move on to the wide receivers. Obviously, wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, Larry Fitzgerald, Christian Kirk. Now, I think every single one of us know that was going to be our top 3. We all know it. Next followed after that. Now, this is not in any specific order. Like Jordan P has said, this is all just based off of like the numbers that they're wearing on their jersey. So don't read too much into the order that I'm saying it in, but these are the wide receivers that have made it into the 53-man roster. So DeAndre Hopkins, Larry Fitzgerald, Christian Kirk, Trent Sherfield, Andy Isabella, and Keyshawn Johnson. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I love Trent Sherfield. Great thing that he's back with us. Super amazing. Andy Isabella, obviously, we are all super happy about it. Speedster. Hopefully, they'll use him a lot more this coming year. Jet sweeps, all that different sort of stuff. But Keyshawn Johnson. Keyshawn Johnson made the cut. Super excited about it. Yeah, we'll move on to the next. Talking about offensive linemen. For the offensive linemen, we have Mason Cole, Lamont Gilliard, J.R. Sweezy, Joshua Miles, Justin Pugh, Kelvin Beachum, Justin Murray, Max Garcia, DJ Humphries, and Josh Jones. Now, there were some rumors out there saying that the Arizona Cardinals were looking into like trading Justin Pugh. I don't know about all that. I'm not going to really like look too much into it, to be 100% honest with you. I mean, it is what it is. I don't think they're going to trade him. They possibly, maybe somebody called in and they were asking about Justin Pugh. I believe that. That's a possibility. I just don't think he's not going to go anywhere. But yeah, so those are going to be our starting offensive linemen. So let me read it again. Mason Cole, Lamont Gilliard, J.R. Sweezy, Joshua Miles, Justin Pugh, Kelvin Beachum, Justin Murray, Max Garcia, DJ Humphries, and Josh Jones. All right. Let's see what you guys have to say here. Juice Gaming says, Trent is very good at special teams. I hope they can use him more. 100%. I'm super happy with Trent, Trent Sherfield actually making into the 53-man roster. Super exciting, man. Let's just see what happens. He's done some really, really dynamic, great plays in the, last year when he was playing special teams. So super excited to see what's going to happen with it. Yeah, we'll go with that. Definitely. All right. So tight ends. So I think one of the big cuttings that happened was Dylan Control. That was one of them that was in my last video that I mentioned to you guys that, like, I'm super surprised that he got cut, but makes sense. I think that he was maybe more of a little bit, I don't know, maybe too raw for the NFL. So they ended up sticking with Darnell Daniels, Dan Arnold, and Max Williams. Now, obviously, Max Williams was going to make it. Dan Arnold is really, really intriguing, super exciting to see what he can see. Big vertical threat. Big bodied in the red zone, so super excited to see what he's going to have to come out with. Defensive linemen, we have Michael Dogby, Rashad Lawrence, Zach Allen, Licky Fotu, Jordan Phillips, and Corey Peters. Now, I just want to say this up front. Our defensive linemen, our interior, it's looking good. I'm really excited to see what happens. Hopefully, Zach Allen can kind of, jump from his injury that he had last year and just make a really good impact. Really excited to see what he does. And also Licky Fotu, man. He's just going to wreak dominance. I can see him just wreaking dominance in the NFL. So he has got an opportunity to make himself shine. He's probably not going to be a starter. He's probably going to be used more as depth. But honestly, still cool. Really excited about what's going to happen there. And next, we're going to go into the inside linebacking spots here. We have Ezekiel Turner, Isaiah Simmons, obviously, right? Tanner Vallejo, Jordan Hicks, and Devondre Campbell. Now, there was really a sad cut that happened today again with Evan Weaver. I know a lot of people were really disappointed with Evan Weaver. Ended up not signing back with not making the 53-man roster. That's really unfortunate. But if we really take a look at our inside linebacking core right now with Isaiah Simmons coming in as a rookie, obviously he's not going to make the 53-man roster. He was a first-round pick, so he needs to work out. I mean, that's the whole plan of a first-round pick. So Isaiah Simmons, Tanner Vallejo, Jordan Hicks, Devondre Campbell, and Ezekiel Turner. Next, we're going to go into the outside linebacking spot, the edge. We have Devon Kennard, Hassan Reddick, Dennis Gardick, Kylie Fitz, and Chandler Jones. Now, one of the most interesting for me on that position specifically is Hassan Reddick. Now, I know that there were some teams, I think there was the Panthers reaching out saying, hey, they were interested in getting Hassan Reddick. But no, I mean, he's still on the roster. I know he really showed up against that Seattle Seahawks game. So let's see what happens. I mean, I really want to give Hassan Reddick maybe one more year. I mean, this is his last year under contract with the Cardinals. So it's really make or break for Hassan Reddick at this point. So this is his opportunity. We're moving him back in his position of choice, which is going to be the outside linebacking spot. Let's see how he comes up with it. And next, we're going to go to our DB position. We have Drake Kirkpatrick, Patrick Peterson, Kelvin Peterson, and Byron Murphy. Now, Kevin Peterson, watch out for him. Really, really like what I've seen from him. We'll kind of see exactly how his role is going to be within the Arizona Cardinals. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I mean, honestly, Drake Kirkpatrick, signing him as a veteran. Yeah, he's about 30 or 31, I think, right now. But I still do think he has a lot to offer, especially coming in opposite side of Patrick Peterson. He's going to get a lot of targets throwing his way. So just super excited about it. Like, I think ideally I want Byron Murphy to eventually be opposite side of Patrick Peterson. Eventually. I don't think he's quite there yet. He's got to be in that slot spot for now. Make sure that he's going into that position and flourishing. So that's kind of where we're ending up right now with our DB position. Drake Kirkpatrick, Patrick Peterson, Kevin Peterson, and Byron Murphy. And next, we have our safeties. Our safeties is going to be Charles Washington. Don't know too much about him. So if any of you guys know anything about Charles Washington, definitely put it in the comments here because I'm super curious. I don't know too much about the individual, to be honest with you. But then we have Chris Banjo, Budda Baker, the highest paid safety in all of the NFL. Really, really exciting things to happen about him. I'm pretty sure he's going to make another Pro Bowl. So Budda Baker, Jalen Thompson, and Deontay Thompson. So we got the Thompson brothers. I personally think we're going to be seeing a lot more Jalen Thompson than we are Deontay. I can see him being the opposite side of Budda Baker. So that's something that we're going to be seeing a lot more, but don't know too much about Charles Washington. So like I mentioned before, if you guys have any input or anything like that, definitely put it on the comments here below. And obviously the last spot of it all going to be our special teamers. We're looking at Andy Lee, our punter, which he still has a really good leg on him. Zane Gonzalez as our kicker. And then we have our long snapper being Aaron Brewer. Now, that is our entirety of our 53-man roster. I was really hoping that we were going to get this information at 1 o'clock Arizona time, like we were told it was going to happen. But it seems like they were trying to kind of, like, I don't know, give us fluff before they gave us a 53-man roster. So that's what we're looking at right now, guys. Super excited about 53-man roster. What do you guys think? If there's any players that you can, think that should have made it over a player that I might have mentioned. I know I was reading in the comments and there was people saying that Hassan Reddick, like they would rather had maybe like Chris Jones, Evan Weaver, something along those lines, as opposed to adding Hassan Reddick back in there. But I think it's kind of important for us to give Hassan Reddick maybe just another opportunity to see what he can do this coming 2020 season, guys. So I'm going to take it to the comments, just read a couple different comments from you guys, what you guys have to say. So I'm going to be very selective with the comments that I read here. So let's see what you guys have to say. I have Creed Bull saying Isaiah and Chandler or Budda for Pro Bowl. Absolutely. I'm super on board with that. I can definitely see Chandler Jones getting another I can see lost my train of thought. I can see Chandler Jones getting another Pro Bowl. Hopefully Budda Baker, but as of right now, Isaiah Simmons, it's weird because like I was hearing an interview with Vance Joseph. He didn't really seem too optimistic about Isaiah Simmons. It could all be smoke screens. We don't really know until we see that very first game. So super excited to see what's going to happen. Is it 8 days away from today? Wow, 8 days away from today. We have our first game against this San Francisco 49ers. Super crazy. We got Tree Nugs Weekly in the house saying Hopkins, Fitz, Kyler, Chandler, Budda, all of them are Pro Bowler locked. That's awesome. I love the enthusiasm. I love the passion that's coming behind every single one of you guys. I'm super excited about it. If you guys can all do me one big favor here, if there's one thing I can ask of you guys, if you can just drop a like on this video, it would mean wonders to the channel, wonders to me. Do you guys think that there would be like a specific player that you would choose over who has been chosen here? Definitely let me know in the comments below. But first, drop a like on this video. It would mean the world to me. Let's take it to the comments here just a little bit more. Gabriel says expectations for Kennard this season. Honestly, I think Kennard's going to be good. He had a really good year with the Lions. And just honestly, opposite side of Chandler Jones, you put anybody on the opposite side of Chandler Jones because they're going to be doubling him a lot. It's going to create a lot of room for opportunity for Kennard. But I honestly can see probably 6 to 9 sacks coming from Kennard. I don't think he's going to be in the double digits, but I do think he's going to wreak havoc on the opposite side. Super excited about it. Yeah, so that's kind of like where my expectations are with Kennard. We got Juan Eduardo Ferreira. Hopefully I said your name. He's right. He says, what do you think about our third string quarterback? Dude, honestly, I'm super excited about Chris Streveler getting an opportunity to see if Cliff Kingsbury can use him as a Taysom Hill type of quarterback. I know when there was a interview with Steve Keim was like all up on board with Chris Streveler and just super excited about him. So it's just more of an opportunity for him. Honestly, he made the 53-man roster. So this is his opportunity if he gets on the field to make sure he makes plays. Creed Bull says, oh, snap, we got our first wow, I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm just shocked right now. We got our first super chat. I'll go ahead and get to you, MNC Poops. I'll get to you shortly. But let me read this comment here. It says, Kittle and Simmons, that's going to be crazy. That is going to be one heck of a battle. I want Simmons to win, but we'll see. It's going to be a very first game, so we'll see how that comes out. Oh, right. He says, I love the idea of live stream, focusing only on the Cardinals. You should do this once a week all season. Honestly, if you're a new subscriber of mine, I hope you can maybe turn on your notification bell because the plan of having this channel is we do streams every Sunday night. Depending if we have like a Sunday night football game, we probably won't do a stream. We'll probably do the next day because it's super late. But we have streams Sunday night. And then we'll have another stream probably Tuesday or Wednesday, just depending on the schedule. So thank you so much for the donation. It really means a lot to me. I really do appreciate you, MNC Poops. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. So yes, we will be doing a lot of streams, guys. Thank you so very much. All right, we got Hurry says, I think Hopkins is a lock for 800 receiving yards this season. # Red Sea. Love that. Honestly, I can see Hopkins being maybe more of something like 1,000 to maybe 1,100. Call it wishful thinking, call it, bias. I don't care. I love DeAndre Hopkins. I love what he brings to the table. It's just that much more exciting to finally get our 53-man roster up and rolling. Honestly, our team looks stacked. Our team looks great. So I'm just excited. Definitely. Super excited. So we got Jacob in the house saying, Isaiah Simmons playing corner sometimes. That's why we kept 4 cornerbacks. I don't know exactly what I think their plan mainly, as far as what Vance Joseph is saying, is their plan is mainly going to be Isaiah Simmons. You're going to be inside linebacker on the weak side. So you're going to be playing opposite side of Jordan Hicks. So I honestly like that. I don't want to move him around too much. I know he's a hybrid player. But we'll see. We'll see exactly what they're going to go ahead and do with Isaiah Simmons. I love the idea of only keeping him in one spot and making sure that like he's going to be on that one position. So super excited about it. Let's see what exactly everybody else has to say here. Marco Smith says 3K subs before bye. I hope so, man. Honestly, I can see us hitting 3K probably after second week or maybe even after the third week of this NFL season. Once everybody kind of gets the flow of, the football season and how we do things here on the channel, I think it's going to get a lot of people more excited as far as, having this community and being that we're all cool. We're all welcoming with open arms. So super excited about everything here. There was a lot of chats that just came in at once, so I completely apologize. Let's go ahead, and if I don't get to your comment, there is an option for you to do a super chat where your comment is going to be highlighted, and I will make sure I see it. So we got Juan Eduardo Ferreira again says, do you think Kenyon Drake's going to have a big year again? I think he will. He probably won't have the same type of year where he was having like the first 8 games with the Arizona Cardinals where he had like an amazing like average, but I can see him probably getting the rock a lot. I don't know if their plan is to move it with Chase Edmonds, with Benjamin. I don't really know exactly what their plan is, but I can see him probably getting anywhere between like 900 to 1,000 yards. And I can see like 7 to 8 touchdowns for Kenyon Drake. If it's more than that, then perfect. I'm all up on board with that. But with the weapons that we have in the outside, I know we're going to emphasize the running game, but I think Kyler is going to be doing a lot of throwing. All right, let's take a look here. Jacob again says Kyler looks bigger now that he's like 5'11", 211 pounds. Honestly, he's looking a lot more like buff. Like he actually put some weight on. He said it wasn't intentional, that he wasn't like trying to do this. But honestly, just super excited that he loves football. His passion is there. He's getting a really good relationship with DeAndre Hopkins, which is honestly a lot to ask for. And yeah, excited, super, super excited about it. We got Gabriel saying 1,000 yards for Kirk. I don't know. Like, I would love to be like 1,000. I mean, that obviously is like the goal. Let's repeat with the Anquan Bolden, with the Larry Fitzgerald, and what the Steven Preston did. Like, that is the dream. But I don't know. Like, Christian Kirk is really gonna make sure he shows up to this year. He's got an opportunity, man. He's got an opportunity where most of the defense is going to be focusing on one spot, which is going to be DeAndre Hopkins. And obviously we have Larry Legend in the slot. So this is the opportunity for Christian Kirk to really show up here. We have, is it Pope Joy 44? Do you think the Cardinals will pick up a cornerback from the waivers? Honestly, there has been some releases that was surprising to me. It can possibly happen. I mean, you never know. I think they like what they've seen from Drake Kirkpatrick, so they might stick around with him. To be 100% honest with you, I don't know. I mean, I'm fine with it. I know they opened up $7 million worth of cap space. Don't know really what they're going to do with it. If their plan is to extend DeAndre Hopkins, then perfect. I'm all up on board with that. But they did open up $7 million because they they removed, was it DJ Humphries' contract? So they opened up like $7 million worth of cap space. So super excited to see what they do with that. If they don't do anything at all, then I would feel like that would be a bummer, because I think most important thing that they need to do is they need to make sure that DeAndre Hopkins is getting paid. I don't want him to sit out. I don't want him to hold out. Do I see it happening? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I hope not. Marco Smith says hitting 1Ks was right before 2020. Yeah, hitting 1K on this channel was, I felt like, not that long ago, to be honest with you. It kind of all changed after that moment. So just super excited that most of you guys even like subscribe or even just like hear me out. So I appreciate that, like straight up. Yeah, really excited about it. Let's see what else you guys have to say here. Jason says, thoughts on Cardinals only having 4 corners? Honestly, it's kind of a little bit like, I know we have Patrick Peterson. I like Kevin Peterson. Honestly, I really do like Kevin Peterson for depth. We got Byron Jones in the slot, and then we're going to get opposite side Drake Kirkpatrick. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. I want to see what the first game looks like, to see what this 4 cornerbacks is gonna do. Honestly, it really just comes how we stack up against the San Francisco 49ers. Honestly, if they need more help, they're gonna have to look for more, because there has been people that have been let go. So that could be a consideration for the Arizona Cardinals to do something like that for sure. Oh, we got Brian says, since we kept 10 offensive linemen, any chance we can look for a trade partner? Yeah, you never know. There was a rumor out there, or maybe trade speculations or whatever, saying that they were looking into trading Justin Pugh. Now, I don't know if that's a 100% like real, but I'm not gonna put my I don't know. I'm not gonna think too much into it until it actually happens. I personally wouldn't trade Justin Pugh unless you absolutely know for a fact 100% that you have a backup and getting another guard in there. I don't see it happening. I think the offensive linemen are gelling with each other. Mason Cole, J.R. Sweezy, DJ Humphries, and Justin Pugh. So it seems like they're all like super close. There was a video where like they call themselves the Wild Hogs. It's cool. I like that they have that that communication with each other, that camaraderie. So it's really cool to see, honestly, something like that. And that's pretty much what we need, honestly. Charmin 12 says, are you nervous for the offensive? Are you nervous for the O-line? No, not really. Honestly, I'm not. By the end of the season of last year, it seems like they were holding their own. A lot of the sacks that were taken from the Arizona Cardinals were more due to Kyler Murray than it was to the offensive line. So if that gives you any comfort, now obviously they all need to stay healthy. That's a hard thing to do on its own. So you got to take that into consideration as well. So I'm not worried. Would I want more like first round talent? Yeah, maybe now that we have our quarterback of the future, we can start looking into getting more first round talent on the defensive sideline. So you got to take a look into that. Oh my goodness gracious. We came in clutch back to the Constitution #1 super sticker. $50. Bro, did you mean to do that? Oh my goodness gracious. That is amazing. Wow. Thank you so very much. That is insane. $50 super sticker. I hope you meant to do that. And if you didn't, I'm sorry. I don't know if there's a way to refund it. I'm sorry, bro. Thank you so much if you did mean it. That really means a lot to me. Appreciate you and everything you've done. I know you've been with this channel for quite some time. Appreciate you. Thank you so very much. That's amazing. I don't even know what to say after that. That's crazy. All right, let's take a look. We'll take a couple more comments here. So we'll read a couple more comments. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave back to the Constitution #1 on the screen because he donated so generously. I'm gonna keep you on the screen for a bit, my friend. I'm gonna answer about maybe 2-3 more questions, and then we're gonna go ahead and call it quits. Just because I wanted just to have a quick chat with you, let you guys know what the 53-man roster is gonna look like. So amazing. I'm gonna leave you on there. So we got 3 more questions I'm going to go ahead and answer. So put your best questions on here. If you want to super chat in, that's cool too. I would appreciate that as well. Oh, this is a good one. I like this one. Oh, I apologize. Let me go back. All right. So we have Leonard Wolf, the AZ Sports fan, says, how many, I'm assuming he means sacks. Sacks will Chandler Jones have? I honestly think that Chandler Jones is super inspired right now. He wants to go ahead and beat that record for Michael Strahan, and I think he's going to have more than 20 sacks. Like, I can see 21, maybe 22 sacks for Chandler Jones. Like, just everything needs to go right. Like, everything needs to go right for this defensive line. We need Phillips to wreak dominance. We need Corey Peters to keep doing his dance when he gets some sacks. We need the new kids that are coming in from the draft, Licky Fotu, Rashad Lawrence, to start making some plays as well. But everything is going to go well for Chandler Jones. Just super excited about him. I love his personality. I love everything about him. Like, he knows he's a great rusher. He knows he's great. But he's just a goofball. Like, I just love his personality. There's something about Chandler Jones that I'm so glad that I actually have his jersey. One of my favorite jerseys of all. Okay, so we have a question from Yes Sir saying, what's your biggest concerns on each side of the ball? That's a really, really good question. Honestly, let's go for the defensive side. I honestly do think, and I don't want to like sound too cliche, but I think my biggest concern for the defensive side is the cornerback position. Yeah, I just went ahead and just said that, yeah, I'm happy with it. But if I was going to pick one specific position, whether it was the D-line, safeties, the linebackers, I'm going to have to go cornerback because I know Patrick Peterson can lock it down. 100%. I know he's going to lock it down. I know Byron Murphy's going to come to form, but the second opposite side of Patrick Peterson, I love Drake Kirkpatrick. If he works, then fantastic. But that's where my worry is, especially because he's going to get so many targets on that side of the field. So for the defensive side, I will go cornerback. For the offensive side, I wish we had a little bit more playmakers for tight ends. Now, I don't want to go ahead and sell off too short for I don't want to sell Dan Arnold too short up. I know he's going to be really good for like the vertical threats type of tight end. So super excited about that. Yeah. So I guess my tight end would probably be my for the offensive side of the ball. Just maybe more playmakers would be kind of cool. But yeah, I'm going to read one more question, and I'm going to see if I can make it a good one here. Thank you so very much. All right, so we have Back to the Constitution here. He says, yes, I did. I love your channel. I meant it. Well, thank you so very much, man. Honestly, that $50 donation means the world. It's going to go to good things, I promise. I'll get something new for the background. And I know I'm moving like in the end of this year, so I'll be moving into a new house, getting a whole new studio too. So it's crazy because I just got this studio, and I love it. But like it's gonna look different too. Like next season, it's gonna be a whole different studio setup and stuff. So super excited about it. Thank you so much, Back to the Constitution. It definitely means the world to me. Thank you. One more question I'm gonna go ahead and read, and I'm gonna go ahead and take it here from. That's not the one I clicked on, and I apologize, Jacob. but I don't think that's a question for me. We have Hiri. He says, do you think Pat P will become a bounce back? Absolutely, 100%. Hashtag PED. That's terrible. But yeah, I think he will. I honestly do think he's going to have a really good bounce back season. He's ripped. He's motivated. This is his last year was his first time he hasn't came back from, he hasn't made Pro Bowl. He hasn't made what was the other thing? He didn't make that 100 list roster. So that's a big deal too to him. So I think he's going to have a really big bounce back. Kelvin, bro, thank you so very much. We have another super chat and thank you so very much. Cheers to our team in winning the 2020 season. Bro, honestly, I think with your guys' money, I think I should probably get a DeAndre Hopkins jersey. Is what I probably should do. That is amazing. Thank you so very much. You guys are probably one of the best community out there. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys can do me a big favor, drop a like on this video. Tell your friend. If you have a friend about, that loves the Cardinals, bring them into the channel. We're trying to hit 3,000 subscribers by the end of I'm sorry, not by the beginning of the season. So great things that are going to happen for this channel. And I'm super excited to take all you guys on the ride with me. And yeah, that's our 53-man roster for the 2020 season. If you guys can do me all one big favor and put some fist bumps on the chat below, that's pretty much like how we end up our streams like all the time. So if you guys can do me a favor, put those little bitmoji or little emojis, fist bumps on here. And honestly, until to the next stream, we will have a next stream. We'll have more of a schedule so you guys are more aware of when I'm going to start streaming. But go ahead and put that little notification bell on so you guys are aware when I'm going to go ahead and do that. So make sure when you get off here, drop a like on the video and put a little bell on for so you guys are aware when I drop the next video, guys. All right, that's all I got for this episode, guys. Thank you so very much, and I am out. Thank you.